go full psycho and do something you'd get canceled for if people found out. I let my husband believe I was pregnant with his baby. He was the guy who showed up to family gatherings with his arms full of other people's babies, the designated fun uncle who somehow made every kid's birthday party about his future fatherhood dreams. 2 years into our marriage, he launched his campaign. I want us to be a real family, he said over dinner, eyes gleaming with that dangerous kind of hope. Sunday dinners, little league games, Christmas mornings with kids running down the stairs. He'd already picked names: Emma after his grandmother, James after his father. I'd catch him in the baby section at Target, running his fingers over tiny socks like they were made of gold, completely unaware I was watching. So when I finally agreed, he sobbed into my shoulder like he'd won the lottery. The first months were a whirlwind of temperature charts and ovulation strips. Every morning he'd blend fertility smoothies with spirulina and maca root that tasted like dirt. For our family, he'd say, watching me choke him down. 3 different fertility apps buzzed on his phone. Our baby-making attempts became a color-coded calendar. He was building his dream family through sheer force of will. But after a year of negative tests, the smoothies stopped appearing. The apps went silent. When my period arrived each month, he'd just roll his eyes and turn away. Maybe you're too stressed from work, he said one night, like my career was a personal attack on his dreams. That's when Lisa entered the picture. Or re-entered, I should say. His best friend from college, who suddenly needed constant help with her apartment. Broken disposal on Monday, leaky faucet on Wednesday, ceiling fan on Thursday. She's going through a rough patch, he'd explain, grabbing his keys at 9 p.m. He started hitting the gym at bizarre hours, coming home already showered. The man who once timed intercourse to ovulation charts now barely touched me. Then came the night he left his phone charging on the counter. A text preview lit up the screen. Purple heart emoji from Lisa, not the friendly red heart, the dirty purple one. My hands trembled as I picked it up. 3 months of messages unfolded like a horror novel. Last night was incredible. Can't wait to be free of this dead-end situation. At least with you, I don't have to pretend there's a purpose. Dead end. He'd called our marriage a dead end. To the woman whose IUD he apparently knew all about, because they'd discussed being free without consequences. Every message twisted the knife deeper. While I'd been grieving our inability to conceive, he'd been celebrating his freedom with her. I screenshot everything in 30 seconds flat. Called my lawyer from the car that night. For 2 weeks, I played the perfect oblivious wife while gathering evidence. When he reached for me, I'd fake headaches. Though once I actually did throw up, disgusted by the thought of where he'd been, following him became easy. He'd grown careless with his lies. Lisa lived 15 minutes away in a complex I'd driven past 1,000 times. Unit 3B. From my car, I watched him pull out a key. His own freaking key. He let himself in like he lived there. My sister said divorce him and move on, but that would be too easy. I needed him destroyed. Through her window, I watched them. Her in his college shirt, him shirtless, looking like the family he'd promised me. The plan formed instantly. For a week, I prepared my performance, practiced sobbing in the mirror, saved fake ultrasounds to my phone, rehearsed the story of losing our baby from the stress of discovering his affair. Thursday came. I followed him to her apartment one last time, ready to destroy him with grief that would never leave. I waited 20 minutes after he went up, then knocked. They answered together. Her in his Yankees shirt, him shirtless, his hand on her lower back. The look on his face was priceless. What are you doing here? Lisa asked, like I was the intruder. I pushed past them both. Just wanted to see this apartment that needs so much fixing. Funny how the ceiling fan works perfectly. The words erupted as I revealed everything. The texts, the key, the dead-end situation comment. When I called her a home-wrecking hoe, she swung at me. I caught her wrist, and something inside me snapped. My fist connected with her nose, blood exploding across his chest as he rushed to her. Baby, you're bleeding, he cooed, grabbing tissues. Baby, he called her baby. Then Lisa's foot caught me hard in the stomach, sending me flying backward onto the concrete steps. I hit hard, curling up, clutching my abdomen as neighbors peered out their windows. And in that moment, staring up at them with genuine pain shooting through my body, I knew the universe had just handed me the perfect gift. This was better than anything I'd planned. He stood over me with Lisa, her blood still dripping on his chest, and I delivered the killing blow through gasps and sobs. I'm pregnant, you asshole. His face drained of color. What? You're lying. 8 weeks, I wheezed, the real pain making my performance flawless. I have the ultrasound in my car. Wanted to surprise you. Lisa backed away. She's pregnant? Was, I corrected, tears streaming harder. Real tears from the kick. Perfect for my lie. Was pregnant. I disappeared to my sister's for 3 days, then sent one text. Lost the baby. Miscarriage from the trauma. Don't contact me except through lawyers. He believed every word. Still does. Last I heard, he goes to therapy twice a week to process his grief over a baby that never existed.